In Dubai, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Of course, today our top story: Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed Bin Zayed is the new president of the UAE.
We'll also be talking about what to expect from the 40-day mourning period in the UAE.
5 things that could land you a UAE travel ban,
as well as the legacy of Sheikh Khalifa will live on.
And do stay tuned, because later on the show we're joined by the trailblazer Yasmin Suleiman. She is a student. She just got a 3-year scholarship with Heartland International because she's making NFTs. They've been bought by Gary Vee, and she's also a phenomenal humanitarian and giving back via the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Amazing. What a talented young kid.
What a superstar. And here we are just making it through the morning. But let's jump into our top stories. Of course, the big news: Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed Bin Zayed is the new president of the UAE. So His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Bin Zayed Al Nahyan is the new president of the UAE and the Supreme Council. The Crown Prince and now president of the UAE will be the 3rd president, succeeding Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan's role after his passing on May 13th. As you are all aware, over the weekend, a shadow passed over the UAE as the country mourned the late president, and heartfelt condolences have come in from around the world. It's been so amazing, by the way, to see leaders from Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, Saudi, Morocco, Spain, France, Germany, Indonesia, Kenya, Tanzania, Pakistan, Sudan. The list goes on. Many leaders actually flying to the UAE similarly to just pay their respects to this country.
You laid that out perfectly, and along with that, a number of Arab countries have also gone into a mourning period of 3 days or more to mark the passing of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed. The countries include Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Oman, Egypt, and Lebanon. And now a new era is born, a new era based on solid foundations developed through years of hard work, experience, and dedication to reach a day where the UAE celebrates exporting the last oil barrel.
So true. It's been 3 days of mourning, and we're going to go into why the UAE will continue to mourn for 40 days, but just in a different way.
Exactly. So now this is what you can expect from the 40 days of mourning period in the UAE. Now, in honor of the late UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, a mourning period of 40 days has been declared, along with the suspension of work in ministries, departments, federal and local institutions, and entertainment, which was concluded this morning. And although the official 3-day work suspension has been dissolved, the UAE is still undergoing a 40-day mourning period, and here is what you can expect. If you are out and about in the city, you can expect to see UAE flags at half-mast for 40 days, and this action is done as a mark of respect for the leader.
And then, as per previous instances where the country has mourned, we saw radio stations playing recitals of the Holy Quran or classical music instead of the regularly scheduled programs. It looks like in this case that continued just for 3 days. But the mourning official period of the UAE will last until Wednesday, June 22nd, to be exact. But with that, we're mourning for a reason, and the legacy of Sheikh Khalifa will live on. The world is aware of the accomplishments and achievements under the rule of the late Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and we're seeing more and more as all of the tributes come through, how his influence actually touched the lives of so many.
So due to the support and vision of Sheikh Khalifa, the UAE rapidly achieved progress and occupied a prominent stature in the areas of infrastructure and housing. Among the notable achievements during the era of the late Sheikh Khalifa are the establishment, completion of the upgrading of more than 230 public schools, and the development of a world-class system of hospitals and 32 federal government health facilities. He also supported fishermen by establishing more than 24 fishing ports.
So his influence is just boundless, and the tributes simply poured in from around the world. We even saw the Arab League Council, they held a tribute and started by expressing how his journey was full of giving, it was full of achievements. He was known as a great listener, but his memory remains indelible as the clear impact he made on the local, Arabic and international levels. He is gone, but certainly not forgotten.
Very true. Like all the visa reforms that were done under his leadership, it was commendable, beyond commendable. So like you said so beautifully, like he'll never be forgotten. But we'll move on to something that everyone must take note of 5 things that could land you in a travel ban in the UAE. Now, if you live in the UAE or have it on your travel bucket list, you may want to take note of this. Now, the UAE travel immigration ban is a prohibition from entering or re-entering the territory of the UAE, or a prohibition from leaving the country until certain conditions are satisfied. So at number 5, we have unpaid debts. Now, according to the Articles 329 and 330 of the UAE Civil Procedures Code, the creditor to which you owe money is actually entitled to request the issuance of a travel ban on you, the debtor, and therefore enabling the defaulter from leaving the UAE until the debt is paid.
So pay your debts. I think that's something very scary. We know from like business class when we were 12 years old, you know, like don't get those credit cards, don't get those quick loans that seem too good to be true, because they always are. Just pay your debts, or it could land you with a travel ban, and that would be like nightmare situation. Number 4, immigration and claims. So before traveling to the UAE, the Judicial Department in Abu Dhabi recommends you use their online service called Estasafir.
Yes.
Which enables residents to check whether they are requested by the public prosecution for any claims against them. They advise you to check and or solve any issues that might stop you at the airport immigration counter.
Exactly. And absconding cases comes at number 3, according to the UAE labor law. If you fail to report to work for 7 consecutive days, the employer has the right to file an absconding case or an unexpected work abandonment UWA report against you, which can be lifted if your sponsor orders it, or if you prove that claim is invalid.
This is the thing. I think we all have to remember that if you're under your sponsor's visa, which is your employer, your time in this country is at their mercy. So just go to work 7 days, and if you're going to be more than 7 days, let them know, because I guess you just have to like show the respect to your employer, or else they can file a case against you. Another way that you could land yourself a travel ban is not paying your rent on time. So just take note, have a good relationship with your landlord. Send them, if you're going to be late, this is something I learned, if you're going to be late with a bill and you have that, message them and just let them know. Like, don't, you know, like I would start like as soon as I meet my landlord, or as soon as I'm in touch with them, like start that relationship. So if you're ever going to be late, say, look, things are going well right now, but I'll get it to you in this time. Or just like update them, because no communication shows as it just doesn't look good. The optics aren't great. So you just need to communicate.
That's true. I mean, but for a lot of people, they give checks, and it's not like you can inform them, but then the check goes through and then it bounces, like all these scenarios. But now it isn't as bad as it used to be. Like, check bounces don't directly land you in jail. Like, you have that grace period to sort it out and do an out-of-court settlement and just sort out your issues, basically. So of course, like, if you know your due date is coming up and there's nothing in your bank, like Casey said, contact your landlord and just, you know, try to have it sorted before the check goes to the bank. But at number 1, lastly, if you're guarantor of someone who has a court case against them, then that is another way that you might have a travel ban on you until the whole thing is settled. Now, of course, there are 4 ways to check whether or not a travel ban has been imposed on you. You can visit a police station in Dubai, any of the police stations around, and of course just go check with your Emirates ID if you have anything on your system, or you can call 800-5111, or hire a lawyer and attorney to conduct a check on your behalf, or check your travel ban status with the Dubai Police's website.
Guys, all of that is in an article beautifully written by Farah on our website if you want to know more information. But let's stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be joined by the talented student Yasmin Suleiman, who has NFTs, an amazing NFT project that keeps selling out. So we're going to have her with us right after this. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We're joined by a trailblazer in art and NFTs and the creative mind by the Elvin collection, her NFT project with over 6,000 unique elf pieces. She's also successfully selling out NFT project one after another, so much so that she actually got an art scholarship for her school and a 3-year program for her talents. Welcome to the show, Yasmin Suleiman. We're so excited to have you.
I'm also very excited to be here.
Thank you for coming.
So tell us, how did you first get introduced to NFTs?
Well, we have a family friend who's like very techy, he did VR. And then he introduced that to me as well. And then later he came to our house and was like, there's a thing called NFTs, in the community, like you should check it out. So, I checked it out, like learned about it, checked other, projects. And I was like, maybe I should try this as well because it's very cool and innovative, I was like, I could stand out, as a character in itself.
Yeah.
So I kind of like studied it, checked, what it is, how to use it, like some ideas. And then I kind of started on from there.
So you're creating, your art becomes an NFT. So you must have been drawing from ages ago. So have you always been drawing?
Yeah, I've always been drawing, like since I could pick up a pen or a pencil, I started drawing from then on, So it's like a very, very long while now.
So did you understand the concept of NFTs right away, or did it take you time? Did someone explain it to you?
We still struggle.
Yeah.
Me too.
That took me time because it's kind of complicated, like even adults struggle with it. So like I'm still trying to learn it into like deep details. So, I get the full concept of it, but I have like a idea of what it is basically, and I know what it is basically.
So now you do digital art for it, like how you create them.
So like I have an iPad and a stencil, so I would take those and like draw on my iPad, and then those pieces would go into OpenSea and I would sell them on there.
And tell us about what you're drawing. So the Elvin collection. So there's 6,000 unique, and then they each have their own characters and identities. Like, how long does that take?
Because Elvin is a generative project, it means like where a project is made out of different traits. Like the artists have to draw like different eyes, different clothes and everything, like everything separately. And then a smart contract like randomly generates this project together. So take random traits and put it together randomly. So it's like randomly generated.
So it's like,
it's like all random, they're all different. Some are similar, some are rare, some are less rare than the rest.
Is there a specific app for this?
It's a smart contract, so like you have to partner up with a team that knows how to build it, and they build you a code, and then they, start it and generates it by itself.
So how did you find this? Like, I mean, someone normally would, I don't know, if I were to like, I want to design NFTs, I would just go on to Paint, or I would go on to like Photoshop and try to pixelize pictures, but clearly that's not how to do it.
Because my first project was like a normal standardized project, it was 1 by 1, so like everything was different and unique. But my second one, I wanted to go, bigger and bolder, so I did a generative project instead.
When you're making them, and we'll get on to how like successful they've been, but do you have any, favorite ones that you don't want to sell, or that you've given to your mom or your family that you're like, actually, we're going to keep these ones because these mean a lot to me?
Some wanted to keep it a lot, but like some had to give away, like in NFT cups, I had the Demon Slayer kind of anime teacup. I wanted to keep it so much that I had to give it away, because like somebody else would enjoy it more than I would. So, I wanted the community to have it instead of me. So
That's so cute. And now, how has the response been from your family and friends?
Well, my family and friends are like very proud of me. My friends are like, "Oh my God, this is so cool." They're like, "What even is it?"
Yeah, exactly. Like we talk about NFTs all the time, but we still always question what they are.
Yeah, they're like, "What even is that?" And I try to explain, but they're like, "I still have no clue." My family's like very proud of me. Like they are like, my biggest supporters, and I'm like so glad to have them here with me on my journey.
So amazing. And what was it like? You obviously decided to make this project and then you made another one. What was it like when people started buying it? Like that moment you're like, wow, people are buying my art. How did that feel?
I felt, proud of myself and accomplished. Like, I was like, oh my God, people want to buy my art, like they actually seem like kind of like it's worthy in a sense, like they're spending their money buying my art. And that made me feel like so great. Like, people actually want my art,
It's amazing.
Yeah. I felt like really accomplished when they started buying my art.
That's cool.
So what do you think people are most attracted to when they see your work?
Personally, I think it's like the elves itself, also because I'm a child, and like I would think, children art is more like unique, because I see things differently from adults, So like I have my own point of view, and like, we're all different kind of. So like I'm trying to stand out with my art a lot, how I see things and how I want to, show things as,
It's so interesting because there's so many people trying to do what you do, and so many people who will post things on NF. We have, I don't know if you came into our office, but we've all been made, all our faces in the office have been made into NFTs. We're available to buy on OpenSea, guys, but no one cares. No one's buying us. So Gary.
Someone bought Shahnaz.
Oh, okay. Well, 1 out of 20. Okay, one has been bought. But Gary V, who is like so ahead in worlds of crypto and media and everything digital, he is like the number one. He has bought your work.
Yeah.
How does that come about? What is that like?
So like in NFT cups, we sold things in waves of 10. So like at the end of each week, we'd sell 10 teacups. So around like wave 7, he spoke about me on his podcast.
Wow.
He was saying like NFT cups are very unique and they're different. That's why he liked them. And I think he bought one. He did buy one, and then from then on, my project went like on fire. Like they were like selling within minutes.
That is insane.
Because before wave 7, they sold in like days and hours, kind of. But after wave 7, it sold like in minutes, which is like actually really amazing. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? You know, I was confused, but also like very excited.
Did you know Gary V bought one of your projects? You found out instantly.
Yeah, because like you can check who bought and and he also like posted about it. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get views of that. It was like so exciting, also kind of worrying.
Worrying.
And what was he saying on the podcast?
He was saying like he likes NFT because they're very unique, they're different. That's what made them unique. And I was like, oh my god, he really said that. I was like, oh my god, it was so exciting, honestly.
So do you think your art has evolved like from when you started and now you got into NFTs? Like, how would you say your art has changed?
Because like now because we have social media and that kind of stuff, like I also watch anime and manga. So like from then on, like I kind of take different traits and put it together in a sense to make my own art style, kind of. Because from watching different things and looking at different stuff, I kind of make up my own thing from all of them, to make my own unique art style, and that's what like developed over the years. Like the more I look at it, the more it kind of evolves.
So talented, and because of your talent, and this is what I'm quite interested, because like when we went to school, we did very, very basic things, but you've got a scholarship with Heartland, is that right, for 3 years? And do you get to create, because you're obviously like such a creative person, do you get to do your creativity at school? Well,
yeah, like I do stuff out, I do junk couture. It's like a art project kind of.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Yeah, so I'm doing that right now. It's gonna be did in Abu Dhabi in 24th of June. I'm so excited for that. My dress is like an art style kind of, The top is like a corset and the dress is made out of my paintings. So it's kind of like patchwork. So I set them all together and I'm going to cut it out and have like a beautiful butterfly on the side. And I'm really excited to compete with my friends.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And my model is my best friend, Michaela. She's going to be modeling it for me. She's also worried about, but very excited. And so am I.
That is so cute. We never had this in school. Heartland, you rock. What is the school? So I want to know, like Gary V, did he know about your association with Make-A-Wish Foundation, or is that something that's like what your NFTs when they're online? Does it say like if you buy it, this much of the proceedings go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure like we announced it all to the people, so like if they buy it, they know that someone's gonna go to me. And someone's going to go to make a foundation.
And how did that come about? Because that's really amazing. You're not only are you kind of like sharing your art with the world and like starting a business, you've also decided to connect with the Make-A-Wish Foundation to give back. How did it come about?
Well, I always want to help people, like, because some of the kids, let's say they have art dreams, they have dreams that have to come true still, like, and I want it to happen, because it's actually very touching, like, they're like about to pass away, honestly, and, they have dreams left to accomplish. So I really want to be able to help them, and continue doing that for them.
Amazing.
That is beautiful. Like the fact that you want to give back and have those thoughts and intentions from such a young age, it's just so impressive along with your talents. So amazing, amazing, amazing. And so what do you see next for yourself? Or actually before that, who do you look up to?
Honestly, I look up a lot to my mom because like she for me is like my biggest role model, because she like raised me, she like brought me into the community for that, She's always there for me, so it's kind of sweet.
Oh my god. Any celebrities?
Sorry.
No, I feel emotional too. Take your time. Literally take your time.
Don't worry about it.
And I'm like your mom is in the background and she's just smiling through. Like it's so amazing that you have that connection with her. I feel the same about my mom.
Look at her. Oh my gosh. So sweet. We love pancakes. What's your breakfast go-to?
Pancakes and salad.
Pancakes?
I like pancakes and peanut butter.
Pancakes
I
with
cannot
anything.
have
really
breakfast. I was at like a nice hotel with my mum this weekend for her birthday.
Yeah.
And it was like quite a fancy buffet. I was like, dinner is the peanut butter? Just shovel that up
I
my
would see
plate.
you as a waffle person, Casey.
No, it's a hot pancake and peanut
Hot
butter
pancakes,
situation. What about you?
Yeah.
Crepes.
Crepes.
Those are
Crepes.
amazing. Yeah.
Simran doesn't give a
We're
crap.
a crepe person.
While we have you, we think it would be an absolute shame not to show your art to the world, but also to see what you can make from Simran and I. Can we play a little art game with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So we have Yasmin Sullivan on the show, and she's actually going to, in 1 minute, draw. Is 1 minute fine to do both of us?
Yeah, I think so.
She's like, absolutely. She's
Okay.
going to draw Simran and I using this nice fancy board that we've brought with us.
Right.
I'm
So
going to do a...
my question is, do you want me to make it flat for you, or is this okay?
Okay. Either way.
Oh, how professional at work.
Okay. Yasmin Sullivan at work. Let us know when to start.
I'm ready.
This girl.
I also like a kombucha
Kombucha.
in the morning.
Oh, I remember you getting one of those to the office. Doesn't taste that great.
You have to get the raspberry one from Spinneys.
Kombucha.
Kombucha.
The drink.
I've just heard it's healthy. It's good for my skin. Less spotty recently. So that...
And you think it's because of kombucha?
I think it's like a whole lifestyle change.
Honestly, Casey, like the lifestyle change we need to make is just investing in NFTs.
We talk about this all the time. Well, now you have one. Now we have someone that we know that's connected to us, that's making art in the UAE for a purpose.
Exactly. We get her NFT and then we sell it at a higher price. And we
That's not what it's about.
no,
We'll keep it.
no, we will keep it, of course.
Okay, we have... Oh, only 14 seconds left? That went so quickly. Are you ready to go in 10 seconds? 9,
Should we give her
8.
1 more minute, like 90 seconds?
I know. Okay.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Art in 1 minute by Yasmin Sullivan.
I tried. It was really hard.
Oh my God, that's so me.
I think that's you. That's so good.
Gorgeous.
I love the
Thank you.
ears. I see the ears do justice to Casey.
Yeah.
The elf
It's
ears.
part of the collection. And that you've made us more beautiful than we'll ever be. So I appreciate that.
I love it.
That's so cool. I can't believe you did that in like a minute.
I'm so glad. Oh, is that a double chin? Is that a double chin?
No.
I see a double chin.
No,
Well,
it's not.
Okay, we'll just show her Casey's part, not mine. That's Casey, guys. Enjoy.
And it,
You'll ignore the double chin.
look how beautiful the eyes are and stuff, and the detail that you've done in a minute is just phenomenal.
I could have done more, but it's fine.
No, 60 seconds. You smashed this. This is amazing. This is really, really amazing. If people want to see your work, if people are interested in potentially purchasing or just learning more about it, how can they do that?
They can always visit my Twitter. They can check my
Twitter.
OpenSea account or Discord. I'm sharing all my work there.
What's your Twitter username?
Twitter, I think I'm just Yasmin.
Yasmin.
Yeah. Because, like, on my birthday, I kind of disconnected from my mom. Yeah, finally to my own account.
Ah, they're tricky with this 13 age
Yeah.
limit, aren't they? Yeah.
And on Discord, I'm Yasmin's Universe.
Yasmin's Universe. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Yasmin. It was a pleasure having you and meeting you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was so fun, honestly.
Not at all. It was a pleasure and honor, and we cannot wait to follow your journey. We really, truly cannot. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. A massive thank you to Yasmin. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
That was lovely.